Hey guys, this is Andy from underdogchance.com and welcome back to my MLB betting model projections and predictions for today. Yesterday I had a winning day, plus 2.6 units of profit and still losing season so far, but I will of course keep doing this. Last season I already reached 40 units at around this time. So next week I'm going to Islands where I will spend the rest of the summer, but I will keep doing projections because I want to show you how to use sports betting models. This is my goal with my videos to attract people, to motivate more people to learn the basics of sports betting models so you can create your own betting model for baseball, for basketball, for whatever you want. Learn the concepts. I will show you how, and then bet with the numbers in the long run. This is a winning strategy. Of course, you will have negative week, negative month, negative even negative season if you will do this for 25, 30 years. But in the long run, I believe this is the most sustainable way to make long-term profits. So if you want to learn sports betting models, visit underdogchance.com where I have courses and trainings how to create betting models. Okay, so let's go to today's projections and today's numbers. As I said yesterday, profitable day, but let's go to the first game, Pittsburgh Atlanta. Yesterday I had Pittsburgh. It was a winning bet, plus 0.5. Today I have a value with Atlanta. So based on my projections, Atlanta should be more than 200 favorite. They are minus 175. Because of that, Atlanta is 1.5 unit qualified bet, but not first 5 innings. This means that Atlanta should not have big advantage in the first part of the game, but later when the bullpen and the overall team will come into play, Atlanta is better, and this is where betting model thinks that Atlanta will close the game later with a win. Not with a win, but with the higher probability than the market thinks. Okay. San Diego, Boston. I skipped this game because league average pitcher here. Miami, Philadelphia. Rangers Suarez will start with Philadelphia. I think small value with Philadelphia, but those small values are all in that range, so it could be any value. So too close. The same story with Yankees and Toronto. Garrett Cole with Yankees. My betting models has minus 125 or 1.8 with Yankees. Bookmakers 1.86 or minus 16. So not enough value. Houston Mets, league average pitcher. Washington, Tampa Bay Rays, Patrick Corbin, Taj Bradley. Based on my projections, this is not qualified. I will check if this is first 5 inning bet. No. Let me check if I have some other. So no qualified bet. Colorado White Sox. I had the White Sox yesterday. They beat Colorado in the first 5 inning. Colorado was leading, but today I also have a value with White Sox. Garrett Crochet lefty against Colorado. I have Colorado more than minus 200. So White Sox money line and White Sox first 5 inning both qualified bet. Cleveland, Kansas. I had Cleveland yesterday. It was a winning bet. I also think today we have small value with Logan Allen, but still not good enough. So I would like to see bigger discrepancy. So I simply calculate with this betting model my probabilities. Those are probabilities from the data that I gather. Then this is simple to turn into the odds, and then my other formula compare my odds with the bookmakers odds and calculates. I call it a value. It is adjusted Kelly criterion percentage. Okay, so adjusted. So I adjust it so you can get the stake. And this is not good enough. I'm looking for 1.25 or bigger. Okay, Chicago Cubs, Milwaukee, no value. Although I think maybe small value with Milwaukee because I have bigger odds, bigger favorite odds than bookmakers. Cincinnati, St. Louis. St. Louis, I have St. Louis at minus 114. Bookmakers minus 103. Not enough value. Dodgers, San Francisco. I would skip this game. Detroit Angels. No value. Minnesota, Seattle. I think there is some value with Minnesota. I have Minnesota at minus 130, bookmakers minus 106. So there is some value, but based on my criteria, this is just below my criteria because once you create a betting model, the betting model should calculate probabilities, right? Every probability is turned into the odds. The odds are the prices on the betting market, and once you compare your fair price, not fair, true price, against the bookmakers, and if there is discrepancy, then this is a qualified bet. However, these discrepancies can be bigger, smaller, right? So if you project, I don't know, minus 150, and bookmakers offer plus 110, then this is bigger discrepancy than if you would project, I don't know, minus 115 and bookmakers offer plus 110. So the difference is much bigger with minus 150 if your odds are minus 150, right? And because of that, you should probably bet more if your betting model is okay. And of course, you also set the the criteria. So if the bookmakers will offer plus 110, and if you project plus 107, this is too close, right? Plus 105, this is too close. Of course, we could also go with strictly calculating no weak odds, turning into probabilities, then comparing with our predicted probabilities and everything that is above. This could be potentially a play, at least based on theory, but in reality, no betting model is perfect. And I found that if you play those games where the discrepancy is much bigger, then this is a good way. Last season, for example, the biggest discrepancy plays beat the closing line more than 91 or 92% of times, which is very, very good, right? So this season, first five inning bets are still not doing great. This is basically the only thing that is not doing that great, but still there is a lot of season. So I'm still waiting for first five innings bets to crunch, because more than 70% of times the odds drop. I would still like to have slightly better numbers, but it is still overall pretty good. And I hope that the numbers will be green at the end of the season. So step by step, stick to the plan, not chasing losses, nothing else. So this is how you stay in the game for 25 years. Not I don't know. 1 year I see bettors, they come, they do all kind of analysis for 20 leagues, and then they disappear after 3 months. The process is this: first, learn the concepts of betting. Okay, this is something you should invest at the start. Learn sports betting models, then test it. First, test betting models. You don't need to test everything at the same time. Okay, you can test first league, second league, third league, learn the concepts, and then you try to run 2 3 leagues. Depends on the time, depends on the energy you have, because you should not burn out. Okay, at some point I was doing all kinds of leagues, but first you need to test it. You need to test, tweak it based on your bankroll, based on your emotional state, based on your bookmakers odds, based on your betting model, and then try to improve it. And once you have this, then you start attacking this. Okay, and of course, then you can do this for years. And again, you will not have every single positive day, positive week, positive month. Even there will be some negative seasons. But if you can do this, this is the way to do. Okay. Oakland, Arizona, no value. And then the last game, Texas, Baltimore. I have Baltimore as a small value, 1.35. The lowest criteria is 1.25. So I have Baltimore minus 188, bookmakers minus 149, or in decimal odds. And because of that discrepancy, this is another play. Okay, so that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. And again, if you want to learn how to bet on sports with sports betting models, so if you want to learn, I don't sell any picks, I don't sell systems, I don't do this. I teach sports bettors through my videos how you build sports betting model, how you do regression analysis, how you take spreadsheets, how you calculate odds, how you calculate adjusted Kelly criterion, how you can build your own betting model, how you can tweak it. You get 24 different spreadsheets, 85 different videos, how to do this, and then you can build your own system and you become long-term winner in sports betting. Okay, I received an email from one guy who is, I think, 77 years old or something like that. He wants to bet. Betting is long term, right? So I'm not telling anyone what to do at some point of life, but in general, we have four types of risk investment. Okay, so the first one is low risk. Okay, low risk comes when you are older, when you are, I don't know, 65 plus years. Then you need this money for your health, for something. If you didn't make a lot of money in first 65 years, I don't know how you can expect that you will make in next 2 3 years millions. It can happen, but you will also need to risk, and I don't know if this is smart at this point. Okay, so I don't understand why people, when they are 70 8 years old, they still bet. Okay, so I don't know what I will do at this age, but maybe it's time to enjoy life. Okay, because betting can be stressful. You need to learn, you need to deal or compete against young minds, very smart young minds who are using AI, who are using computers, who are using spreadsheets. So when we talk about older people, some low risk investments are great. Bonds, maybe some type of stocks. Even this is middle risk, I would say. Then we have middle risk like stock market. When you have 10% annually, this is something people cherish. Millionaires. Uh, they are very happy with 10% annually, right? So this is basically 10 units in sports betting. This is for a whole lifetime, no matter if you're old, young. This is something everyone should invest. How much you can afford to invest each month. Then we have high risk investment, like for example Bitcoin, which is pretty good. It is also long in the market, right? 2012, so it is more than 10 years, which is a good indicator. It is a little bit more volatile. It also have much more potential to grow, but this is also probably for a little bit younger people because, for example, if you have all the money in Bitcoin and if you need immediately this money for your health or for something, maybe it will just drop 40% and you will lose a lot of money, right? And then we have ultra high investment, and this is sports betting. Okay, in the short period of time you can make a lot of money. If you're smart, you can reinvest in those low, middle, and high risk investments. This is something I try to teach people, so they use smaller profits, not arguing with bookmakers, but try to use smaller profits. I didn't do this when I was younger because I was only betting, but you can use smaller profits and start building wealth. Okay, and sports betting is high risk investments, and if you can make, for example, last season I made 40 units in 6 months. This is like 8 or 9 10 times better than stock market. And I could reinvest 40 units in my investments. Bitcoin, and also Bitcoin went twice, so it is a lot of profit, right? This is the strategy. But it can also happen. So everything that is going up quickly, it can also go down. So this is something you need to be prepared. And younger people who are willing to risk more, this is maybe a little bit better strategy for them. But then again, I'm not here to tell anyone what to do, because we love different things. My aunt, who was she's not there anymore, but she was, I think, 82 or something like that years old, and she signed for a course for German language. She didn't do this because she will make a career from German language, but because she loves this. So if you enjoy betting, if you love numbers, of course this is good way to enjoy life, make some extra money. This is good, but building a career at 77 or 80 years old through sports betting, I think this is not something I would recommend. Okay, so if I'm a coach for NFL and if you're 65 years old, I would tell you maybe you're a little too old for playing in NFL, right? The same is here, because sports betting is a competition. Okay, sports betting is a competition, and you need to compete against people who are doing all these numbers. They're crunching numbers through sports betting malls, through algorithms. Young people are coming, and such spreadsheets. This is the least amount of a tool everyone should have. Okay, today I received a question on email. If it is a failure if you play 20 games in a parlay and you lose only one. Of course it is a failure. First, it is a failure because you lost, and this is not even the biggest failure. The biggest failure is that you don't understand betting, because if you would understand betting, you would not play 20 game parlay. End of story. Okay, so it is a failure from the start. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so a little bit longer video. I hope you got the idea or two. So if you want to learn sports betting models, visit underdogchance.com. If not, I wish you good luck whatever it takes today, and I hope you all make money. Thank you.